So hello, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't really been talking much about sprint car racing just because the late model race have been so damn good. And we are here live at Hendry Racing in Clewiston, Florida, the southernmost racetrack, plus $20,000 to win in factory stocks. You know, some people said, oh, you should come out to PA. Well, y'all racing for peanuts up there in PA with 410 sprint cars, 5,000. I'm down here giving respect where respect is due. We got a lot of stuff coming from Hendry Racing, including one of the baddest ass on-track bars that you can see, and some restroom tips for some promoters out there that want to continually blame streaming. And before I get into the actual reason I'm talking right now, let's talk about that. I had a guy tell me yesterday that streaming is the only reason he is even into dirt track racing. Like, seriously, that's why he is going and traveling to these different tracks, because on Flow and Dirt Vision, he saw them and it made him really want to go. Influence, ladies and gentlemen, is everything in the world. And some of you people out there are better watchers than doers. But some people out there, they watch and they want to do. Some people are scared to do. Like, some people ask me all the time, they say, you know, how did you even get into this? What are you doing? You know, and you know, I originally started out watching like most of us, but I wanted to do and try to find an avenue to do so. You know, so I got into track announcing and promotion and managements and all kinds of stuff. And I got to a point where I was like, you know, I'm watching people say what they think, but I understand in these roles that I'm in that I'm kind of handcuffed. You hear some people say, oh, I have people tell me all the time, I want to say this and I want to say that and I want to say blah, 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 but they got this money dollar bill that's whipping them to keep them in line. You know, and I realized real quick that if I want to do the speaking role, I got to ignore the whip that keeps everyone in line in today's society. But there's a difference between watchers and doers. I want to do, so that's why I'm here doing. That's why I'm out and I found something to do. And most people out there are just watchers nowadays. The view counts on every platform across the social and internet spectrum is proof of that. We do not have enough doers in society today. And some of these people who have started up these streaming industries and companies, they are doing something. Me on here, I'm doing something. A lot of people out there are just stuck watching. So let's worry about doing things. And for those out there who are complaining about streaming, let's worry about, you know, local towns and people within them that exist, knowing that your track is in existence and is a thing to do. Luckily, streaming is helping you out if you have that at your racetrack, because people are starting to hear and learn about you. And for the promoters that are mean, I think possibly maybe you have failed in accomplishing that. We ain't holding back. We're out here on the road. We're living on our racetrack property, battling alligators and shit. Hell, yesterday at the local park down here, I was thinking of going fishing. Nope, news came across the board. Florida woman eaten alive by an alligator. And it was at a park very similar to the one I was planning on going to. The only gator I'm trying to get near to by the time I leave this state is the NHRA race. I might go to that NHRA in Gainesville. I ain't never been, but I've heard those Top Fuel and funny cars. I mean, it's a microcosm world situation on how it goes and vibrates your cells in your skin and all that. Almost as good as 5G and 10G, but hey, microwaves are real, and we're in it. But anyways, isn't getting skin cancer somewhat of a long form time, like slow cook microwave effect in a way? Sorry, my dad died from skin cancer, so it made me think, hold on. Are we being cooked? But something I did want to talk about was the high limit racing scenario with the sprint car situation. This Durst dice roll. It's kind of an interesting deal. It says here on the Facebook page, we're quite literally rolling the dice. The DOERS dice roll is here to add more excitement for fans and sweeten the pot for teams at all 12 high-limit Sprint Car Series events. Higher the roll, further you start, and more money made if you win it. Up to 12,000 extra can be added any night. Oh my God. Oh my old golly bee. So, obviously, if you're starting first and you get to start second, you get an extra $2,000. Why would you not do this? So we obviously understand that second, third, fourth, these are third for sure. If the groove's on the bottom, fourth for sure. If the groove's on the top. But then when you get to fifth, sixth, this isn't late model racing. Guys don't really move up a lot. There's not a lot. There's passing. But guys don't really charge through fields most of the time. It's rare. When it happens, it's like, oh my God, he came from 12th to win. Oh. So it is sprint car racing. You may not want to start 5th, 6th, or on back. That's taking a pretty big risk, I think. I think anything 6th on back isn't worth it to most people because they know they can't win it in a division that has some very good cars at the top of the division, but they're so damn good that you can't run them down and pass them in main events. And on the official story, we have this choose cone rule as well. If you look at it, it basically says another twist will come during double file restarts, which will only be conducted during the A main until the race hits 10 laps remaining. This is where the choose cone rule comes into play. The selection of restart positions will be completely in the hands of the drivers themselves. Once the single file order is established, drivers will decide if they want to go low or high on the ensuing restart and potentially improve or worsen their position. Oh, we got some quotes here from Brad Sweet. Let me see if I can do my best Brad Sweet voice. We want to be different, and we're doing it in an exciting way, said Brad Sweet, high limit co-owner with Kyle Larson. The DOERS dice roll not only allows us to continue paying teams more and more money, but this and the choose cone add some cool new storylines to a race for the fans. Drivers and teams can view the High Limit Sprint Car Series rulebook in its entirety online at highlimitracing.com, which I'm reading this on. Okay. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think? The choose cone rule kind of finally, dirt track takes an idea from NASCAR instead of NASCAR taking ideas from us, like heat races and stuff at the Coliseum. Finally, we take something like this choose cone rule, which was innovated in NASCAR, which I guess sprint car racing is having to put in these different types of rules to spice their on-track product up because it's getting closer and closer to NASCAR because there's only so many cars that can run up front and competitively. Unlike the late model world, that really wouldn't work too much simply because they don't need to change a damn thing. They just have to wave the green flag, give them 25 laps, and there's passes and 3, 4, and 5 wides, and guys coming from 22nd and shit and 23rd. I would call this, with this choose cone rule, some white people problems, but this is some sprint car people problems. Yeah. Oh, that flick of that wrist. Oh. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I am here at Hendry Racing. Check it out, HendryRacing.com, Hendry Racing on Facebook. Long live the Chaz, Done Right TV. I might be on the mic. It's going to be very interesting. I may be doing some driver interviews, so this could go next level, because when they try to pull some Jerry Springer out on the track, I'm going to be up in the face with them like, hey, what she say about your mother? What she say? Oh, let me go figure out what she said. Oh, well, she said this about your mother. Oh, instigator in the land of the Gators. Yeah, boy, he's going to work. But anyways, no, I'm just kidding. What do y'all think? Leave a comment below. Choose cone rule, roll the dice rule, all this stuff that we just covered. And who's a watcher and who's a doer? You tell me. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, like the video, share the video. Leave a comment below. I always read the comments. And as always, be sure to subscribe.
This is how we ride. This is how we do.